Hi, Evil fans! Welcome back to Tori Talks TV. I'm Tori.
And I'm Dr. S.
In this video, we'll be discussing Evil Season 3, Episode 2. It's called The Demon of Memes.
Memes.
Yes. Let's jump into it with David.
Yes.
So David's new gig is seemingly routine and maybe a little mundane, boring, until he's approached by Victor, who's looking very creepy in his room.
Very creepy, very mysterious about what he's asking David to do.
Yeah, he's like, wants him to be his little helper.
Yeah.
But
without explaining anything.
And David does it, interestingly enough. He even lies to Monseigneur. And he has to go give last rites to this dying man and then retrieve this postcard. But then the guy tips him with the $100 bill and it has everything Victor needs. And David's just like, what? But yeah, he's going along with it.
I know.
And Victor brings up that lady Grace Ling, who's a prophet, and she was deported to China. So I'm kind of hoping she comes back and like...
I am too. I like her character a lot. She was very intriguing.
I like that. I feel like that was just to like give us a little nugget of what's to come. Because why would they bring this back?
That whole storyline was great. It kind of got dropped for a while. So, but remember, she kept seeing like the map of all the sigils and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm glad that it's going to go back to that too.
That made me really excited. So I think that was his way of bringing her back into the mix. Yes. And then Kristen at some point tells David that she misses us. And I think I miss us too, meaning them. But I don't think they can go back.
No.
To where it used to be. I mean, they both know. We all know they have feelings for each other.
Yes.
And that's not going to go away.
No.
Just because they decide, we can't do this,
no.
you know?
No, I know. And I have a question, though, because when last we spoke about Evil last week, I was under the impression that they only kissed.
Yeah.
But then one of our viewers said, no, she lied. Kristen lied. That something about the crucifix burns on there.
Yeah.
That when they had sex, well, she says they didn't, but he thought they did. That was also still Kristen because she still had the crucifixes.
Oh.
But then in the third time they had their encounter, they were not there.
Hey, good catch.
So
but
then is she
I'm
lying?
More confused than
I
ever.
don't know. And how could she get away with that? I don't know. I'm very confused by like what is exactly happening to Kristen. Is she demonic in any way, or did she get exorcised? Because that's also what one of the viewers said. So I don't know. It's still very ambiguous to me.
I know. I need somebody to connect the dots a little bit, like a little bit more precise, because it's a little. But that's part of the fun of the show, isn't it? Yeah.
I know.
And then what's up with this blood coming out of the toilet? Which you kind of said, oh, I feel like this is going to cause problems in the future with that little mini head being flushed.
Right, because I once dropped the toothbrush down my toilet and it came back to haunt me about a month later.
No.
Yeah. I thought it was gone. I was a child, and so I didn't want to tell my mom that I did that. And so it went down, and I was like, and toothbrushes are long, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, good, it's gone. Oh, no.
No.
It was just waiting to come back, and like, you know, everything like came back up.
Haunted by a toothbrush.
So that has to be what's happening.
Yeah.
But then when Ben came to clean up, though, was it no longer blood? Was it just water?
I thought I saw...
Like red towels?
Yes.
Yes.
And then now it's running clear or something like that. But yeah, Ben the Magnificent to the rescue, of course. I need a little bit more Ben storylines, okay?
I know.
Let's get a little more of that because I love him and I miss that. But I do like when he's trying to figure out the Slender Man thing, and he's got his lovely assistant there with him, and they're so funny together. So yeah, that's what the team is investigating, this Slender Man like deadly trend called Visiting Jack.
Visiting Jack, yes.
And I feel like they kind of at the end of it said, oh, it was a scam.
It was really weird how they explained that away just by like kind of like the Google Maps type truck being involved in it because they see an image of him. But it still doesn't really explain why do all that and how do those kids or all the people die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was dismissed too quickly. It will come back. I already know it. And we got to see a little more of one of the daughters, another daughter, Lynn.
Yeah.
And then what do you think is the nature of her relationship with Ren? Because Kristen was suspicious that maybe they had slept together.
Right. And both of them had visited Jack.
Yeah.
And on the list was to have sex with the virgin.
Right.
Hypothetically, maybe they are both virgins, so then they could cross that box off together.
Yes.
For each other.
Now we have to worry about Lynn.
I know.
Come on.
And maybe it sounds like they do have like crushes on each other.
Yeah.
But then once he went down the path of visiting Jack, and now he's kind of like wherever he is.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't see why she would want him.
True.
But he definitely became that way because of the visiting Jack situation.
How freaked out were you when Ben and Kristen had to go and look and they saw the scratches on the wall and then there's this man and he...
I was like, you don't go in that house.
Why did they do
Don't
that
go in the house.
easily? Just walking
Just go in
through...
the house.
Yeah.
No, because they're skeptics. Even non-demonic things are in the world and they can kill you.
And maybe, like, after all Ben went through last season, nothing probably scares him now.
Right.
You know? He's, like, prepped for this. Let's talk about Crazy Grandma Cheryl and Leland, because he got her a job working as someone who makes sure that the people keep doom scrolling, which I felt like I was doing, which is why I'm not on Facebook anymore. Mm-hmm. So she's basically a glorified troll in her mind.
I thought this whole thing, this facet of evil is the most fascinating to me because it is all about like using technology to like modernize evil, right? The things that we experience in the world and like what we associate as evil. I thought it was really good. Oh, I have this one quote I must read.
Please.
Okay, so every episode I feel like there's a really good quote. This one was from Leland. It says, he was telling her, if you give people too much tragedy, they'll turn to him, i.e. God. You want to keep them nervous, unbound, focusing on all the bad things in the world. And then they start flashing to like COVID and the elections. Doom scrolling where the focus is evil and not good. So good.
I feel like I'm a victim of that.
We all are.
Yeah.
That's what's so like chilling about it is that he stands for the demonic, right? And they're kind of associating that whole concept of like, you know, just don't give them trauma or tragedy because then they'll be like, oh God, save me. Right. But just enough like to be on the brink of like anxious all the time and worrying. And pandemic is perfect for that, right? Because it doesn't necessarily impact every single person, but the fear of it impacting you and can just like set you off.
Yes.
I know. I thought that was like chilling. I love that whole, and then they montaged it with like all those shots of like contemporary news.
Yeah, because we're watching the show and now we're kind of relating.
Yes.
And we're like, wait, have we been duped?
I know. It was good.
We sure have. All right, now let's wrap this up with Andy working on selling the business. He has this venture capitalist who turns out to be Eddie. He doesn't say Edward. He says Eddie. So we're calling him Eddie now. Eddie, my Eddie?
Yes.
Right?
Is Sir Eddie, right? They were calling him Sir Eddie.
Oh, I missed the Sir
like
part.
Sir, like as if he's some like royalty or something. I didn't understand that, but yeah.
I always thought he was the one pulling the strings, but then there's Leland kind of telling him what to say with Cheryl and the whole infusion thing.
I noticed that as well because Leland was kind of, we were saying that he was kind of becoming more small in the whole series, but I feel like they're trying to bring him back to like a more strong character because he was a little sniveling for a while. Even last week when he was getting kind of bullied by the daughters.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know. He kind of goes back and forth.
Up and down. Yeah, well, this means that Andy will be back on a trek for 3 months. Third time's a charm.
Yeah. He's gonna die.
She even says, don't die.
Yeah. It's a sure thing at this point.
I feel like that was for us.
We said that. I don't even think he's going to get to the trip.
Oh,
He's probably going to get snuffed out on the way to the airport.
Yep.
3 months? Really?
Gosh, that's a long
This is so
time.
suspicious.
Where are you going?
I would be
Antarctica?
so suspicious. By the way, I have to comment. You know those little margaritas?
Oh, where do we get them?
I know.
Where do you get them?
I don't think they're real. I looked them up. Just curiosity. I don't think they're real.
Well, if they were, if you know of this, is this something from another country? Yeah. I love that. She has gives no F's about it. She's like, yep.
Yeah, I Googled it, and I know that I'm not the only one because what came up was like all the other options of canned margaritas, but they were not that one.
Oh, man. Okay. No, just that perfect little amount.
They look so refreshing.
Oh, they really do, yeah. I like that they're like, you'll get used to it. Okay, everybody, let us know what you thought of this episode of Evil. Please comment below. Have you seen the comments? How amazing are they?
Yes, I love them.
They're so awesome. Yes. Okay, keep those coming, and then like and subscribe if you haven't already, and then we will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.